So, continuing the Elden Ring discussion, a lot of people had this take. They said that not having difficulty options is a good thing because they couldn't help themselves from lowering the difficulty, and lowering the difficulty would have ruined the experience for them. And I hear that, but here's the thing that doesn't sit well in my brain. It's clear that accessibility options will help people who wouldn't have played the game normally to play the game. And this awfully sounds like you're saying that it is okay for an entire group of people to not play a game, even if they want to not have access to the game, because you and people like you don't have the self-control to not touch the difficulty options. Which, in turn, sounds a whole lot like you're saying the people who already have access to the game, who don't have physical limitations or other physical needs, are a more important market than the people who do have physical limitations. And if that's what you're saying, that sounds a lot like ableism. That sounds, and again, I don't mean to be accusatory, I could be wrong, but it sounds like you're saying, since there are some people in the main demographic who might turn the difficulty down and whose enjoyment might be ruined because of that, then all of the people who have physical limitations and who need physical accessibility options should not be able to play the game. It sounds like you're just prioritizing one sort of gamer over another. And if you are prioritizing able-bodied gamers over disabled gamers, that's ableism. And, I don't think that makes you a bad person or malicious or anything like that. I do actually think that ableism kinda creeps into our assumptions that we just sort of have in society, and we could have ableist points of views without necessarily even meaning to. But I do just kind of want to point out that if you're saying the desires of people who are normally physically abled are more important than the desires of those who have physical limitations or other disabilities, that is ableism. And personally, I think asking the mainstream audience to have self-control, even if there was a big warning screen that said, hey, if you touch these accessibility options, it might ruin your experience, like games like Celeste do, I think that's an okay trade-off so that other people can enjoy the game. And it feels a little weird that people say it's not an okay trade-off and they would rather a whole demographic of people not have access to the game so that they can enjoy it. It's just a little weird to me.